Hey guys, decided to make a neutral guide. This ICs as Falcon. So before I get into it, you know, ICs, they're not really in the current meta on rollback net play, but there's still some pretty good players that still compete and use them quite a bit. And when Land Melee comes back, you'll probably see some more ICs players like pop up. And you know, some tournaments will have wobbling unbanned. For example, Genesis, I don't think will ever ban wobbling. And it's not a big thing to ban wobbling. So when tournaments come back in LAN and we get to go to majors and stuff, we'll see. I think we'll see influx on ICs. So it's good to know how to beat ICs as Falcon. It's one of Falcon's easier matchups if you know only if you know how to play it though. So let me get into playing ICs. First, let me pick ICs and showcase some stuff. So ICs, they have a... some of the moves have a degree of disjoints. Like back air, for example, has a disjoint. Up air has disjoint too. And despite being knocked as a character with bad neutral, you gotta be like mindful of these moves. Like you hit ice on the back of the shield, expect them to have like a pretty solid out of shield option, especially with both icy still alive. Ices have a pretty good wave dash, good distance, and the common approaches from IC's players are like wave dash jab, jab grab. Wait, that's down smash. Pretty good firepower as like a YOLO move. Especially with both ice still alive. Some will do wave dash up tilts. Others will do like a short up air even. Especially if they know the Falcon likes aerial a lot as like a counter. It's not the best counter like compared to other characters, but something you gotta be mindful of and see what kind of ICs players are playing versus as everyone has their own flow when playing the character. ICs have a pretty bad shield. Note how the shield is actually pretty low from the get-go. And if you hit the shield once, like you're probably gonna shield poke on your next hit. Like you hit the shield once, now it's like looking like that. And they kind of have to light shield in order to prevent it. But if they light shield and you hit them, chances are, because the extra shield stun, they probably can't do a counter attack. So, yeah, I'll touch on the point that I said bad shield in a bit. But typically, you get like a stomp or a knee, even like an up air. Then your next move, if you do like a side B, it's probably going to catch one of the ICs and shield poke him, which is, you know, what you want. It puts you in a really good spot because the shield's so bad that next time you hit him, you're probably gonna kill like Nana or something, or hit her really hard. Lastly, ICs have a pretty bad grab range. The grab range ain't the best. They're not Mart or Chic. And it's pretty crucial to understand this, because when you hit ICs, you gotta make a judgment call. Are they spaced far enough? Do I gotta like roll away? Do I gotta jab? Or can I keep the pressure going? And ICs don't have the best grab range ever. Seems pretty, it's like okay, you know, it's not the worst, but also not great. And because ICs love to grab, and a lot of the punches still grab base even without wobbling, like you really gotta pay attention to that pretty hard as you play. Lastly, ICs have some pretty strong gimmicks. I don't really know how to do it myself. I don't really play ICs, but some examples would be like they can make Nana like dash attack while Popo rolls. That's like an army trick. Army being the good SoCal ICs. There's a lot of gimmicks they can do, like rotate ice blocks. But you know, they're just gimmicks, and basically, as a rule of thumb, if you get hit by them, like down B, or like some crazy desync, you just gotta DI up pretty hard so that they can't grab you. You want to be able to like jump away after a hit and not get comboed into a grab, because that's like basically every IC's like game plan. So how do most ICs play? When wobbling was legal, ICs were like honestly a bunch of assholes. All they try to do is gimmick into wobble. Even the ones that like pull upsets, they typically get like top A once, they have a good run, and then they never do well again. Why? Because they have a bag of tricks and they do not really deviate from the bag of tricks. For example, Army loves doing jab grab. Jab, grab to wobble. Jab, pop him up, catch him off guard to grab. Or he has like nano desyncs. Point being, most ICs have a bag of tricks, like a easily definable neutral, and once you figure them out, they won't change it up and will keep trying to force the issue and try to grab you and wobble you, or grab punish you in this case, in the post wobbling ban days. And again, if you get hit by like a down B, or like random dash attack or down B, you want to DI up really hard and jump away typically so you don't get grabbed. You get hit by a blizzard, DI the fuck up so you escape. Pretty simple. Other way I see players play, they have YOLO aggression, wave dash down smash. Pretty good surprise move. It's kind of like a Luigi. Hoping to catch you slipping. Typically, ICs do this more when they have Popo only, rather than try to like play like a not as good neutral. They'd rather just put all in chance and YOLO down smash. Sometimes you go like a YOLO back air down smash. So most ICs that play, like they'll do this. If you get hit by like a YOLO back air, they're probably gonna down smash, so you gotta be careful with that. Some people go like Shin up tilts. Note that the last hit of up tilt like pushes people away, so you gotta really be mindful before you try to shield grab, because like the last hit of up tilt like has like a stronger hitbox than you would expect that pushes people away. And third way is like ICs like to, especially when they're only Popo. You see Chuda play like his Sopo is arguably better than his actual ICs because his neutral was quite good. He has a good dash dance game. You get grabbed, you can kind of get touches by ICs. Most ICs players are not good at the game, so they'll fuck it up after maybe 1 or 2 attempts, or they'll just hope you tech into them and down smash. And again, if you see them play a certain way, they're probably not going to change it up. This is how ICs players play the game. They bag of trips to a grab is like probably rule number 1. 80% of ICs players you'll play will play this way, even the so-called good ones. It's just like playing a Sheik. They have a set neutral, and they get fucked up. They're not going to change it up. ICs, you know, not very different from that, from my experience playing the game for a long time. So, as Falcon, what is the way to go against ICs? So there's a couple ways you can go about it. My preferred way is to be aggressive. Yeah, note how when you hit ICs, they get pushed away. And combined with their mediocre grab range, it's actually pretty tough for Icy's to get a legitimate grab. Unless the STI in really hard, or you fuck up your aerial. But you have quite a good window to like be safe. If you're unsure, you can up air. Stomp. Stomp is a little awkward to fly in with compared to like so you want the strong knee if you fly in. And be careful. Flying in is like a bit riskier. But it seems like it's still dash away, although it is risky. You can also fly by with the stomp and try to cross them up. But when you do cross them up here, expect like a back air to come out. So I would try to either block or like dash away and come back. But yeah, I like playing the aggressive game. You could try to camp him out. That is a viable option. Is it like the best way to play? In my opinion, no. Giving Icy space is kind of what they want. They want to set up like good situations for themselves. Why let them do that when you can just run in and abuse their poor shield and assassinate Nana ASAP? I'm more the believer that you should attack. But if you wanna, if you do wanna like platform camp or use it as a mix-up, that's pretty fair. So I'll show something that you can do, or what ICS players like to do. If you're like platform camping, you gotta be careful with the up air. The up air is a good disjoint move, as I talked about earlier. And ICS players also like doing this. They like to waveline on, make you scared. And sometimes they'll mix them like up airs. Not really a good move to like try to fight. Typically they'll win and pop you up. So if you're platform camping or you're like running with the platforms for whatever reason, they're invincible. You can block to block the up air. They waveline on really quick. You can immediately like just roll away or escape. Because it's either one or two things. They up air you or they waveline on, grab. Sometimes down smash, but that's kind of rare. Either way, escaping is the play. Like block until they waveline if they do. And again, tying in with the shield pressure. If you think you're not safe, you can definitely throw out like a jab with the knee. Up air too. Stomp seems kind of risky. But yeah. Jab is countered by them holding down and mashing grab. But, surprisingly a lot of ICS players do not do it. So, I like to jab if I'm not sure if I reflected the spacing. Pretty important if you fly in, because flying in, you're not always going to have optimal, like, spacing dodge grab by spacing alone, so doing some kind of single jab is usually pretty good. When you do, like, jump in and spacing is, like, a little unfavorable, that will save you from getting wobbled or a fat grab combo. So when you get to hit, say you put like a knee on both Sopo and Nana, your next hit's gonna open them up. Now your goal is just to kill Nana. She has a pretty predictable AI. If she's separated from Popo, she's gonna try to just run back. If she's kind of close to Popo, there's a chance she can do like a random attack. And apparently, based on the damage of the Popo, she gets smarter in the attacks she chooses. It's interesting to think about. So the more damaged Popo is, the smarter she'll be. Like, Should be like a higher level CPU when she's close to Popo and has like a choice to attack. If she's too far away from Popo, typically she's just gonna run back and like try to before like she'll do anything. So yeah, you get one opening on Popo or Nana any percent. You just want to like usually just fuck up Nana. Sometimes you can bait Popos because they want to save Nana. Otherwise they're probably fuck that stock. You can get some juicy hits as they run at you as you're fucking up Nana. They have a pretty obvious double jump. Just intercept them. If you hit like them far away from each other, and you have some confusion over Nana running at you, you can do a side B, because they're just gonna run at it in a straight line, and side B is like a perfect setup. Some other things. Side B is a pretty viable move. Again, like the pullback could be the saving grace on fighting the shield grab heavy ices as you hit the shield. And generally, if you hit the shield once or twice, because of the poor quality of the shield, a side B is probably going to poke. I wouldn't say do it against every icy. Some ices have actual good neutral and fundamentals. That a side B, they'll like angle the shield in a way where even after like a hit or two, they can just grab you or counter you. But most ICs don't have good fundamentals. Okay, finding Sopo. Again, because they don't have a Nana to deal with. That's a good way to kill Nana here. There you go. It's typically like a couple game like ways to play. Some Popos would do the dash dance game. Chu is pretty good at it. His Sopo is actually pretty damn good. He's really good at having like good defensive game, mind games, dash dancing. Other ICs will do like YOLO down smash, fuck it. YOLO back air, down smash, fuck it. Like it's usually one of those two things. There's no like big it's just a Sopo, right? But you still gotta be careful of disjointed moves. Getting caught in a bad DI with down smash. If you get grabbed, they're gonna down throw you and try to tech chase you. I think on paper, ICs have a pretty good dash dance game, but I tend to see them fumble a lot. Or eventually end with the read down smash. So as the Falcon, he's just a bad floaty. Some mixing of aerial timings, can try to overshoot. Some grabs. Gentleman's become better against Sopo. I don't like Gentleman as much against like when both ICs are still alive. I do like single jab. I think Gentleman you don't really need it. And is it as good as like hitting the shield again with like a knee or like another juicy move? Typically not, from my experience. It can't be terrible, but is it the best choice? Against ICs, I say no. And besides that, you want to have good defense when you get hit and grab. Whether it's like dash attack, getting hit by down B. So DIing up, SDIing up, and DIing up really hard is good for escaping, so you don't get popped up to a grab. If you get like grabbed and they do like down B, Nana down B's them, into like a downer, regrab. Down throw, downer, regrab. You can DI up really fucking hard to escape, or DI down into the ground, buffer like a roll with C-stick to escape. It will happen even if wobbling's on, because they like to regrab to set up like a guaranteed wobble. So, you can SDI down really hard and then buffer roll. Some people like doing that. I prefer SDIing up and jumping away. And lastly, I think a mash out technique is really important. So, my go-to for mashing out is if you lower your control stick, every like notch you hit is like counts as an input. You can also press the triggers. And my thumb, I like to slide over A, B, Y, X. Or A, Y, Z. While pressing both triggers and rotating control stick. So, yeah, will be important, especially in this match, to learn how to mash out quick, whether wobbling exists or not, as ICs like to do fat handoffs or down B combos or whatnot. So, that's pretty much my guide for neutral. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll do more character guides in the future. Thanks for watching.